helping us to spread the message on mental health and happiness to the generation. I think most of the guys who come here are our target population in the social. So first I request Devashri to say a few words.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. As the editor of the book, I would like to put the book in a very different context. In the context of Western philosophy and Western philosophers, many years back, in this early 1700s, French philosopher Descartes, who is believed to be the father of modern Western philosophy, he said, "I think, therefore I am." 3 centuries later, someone else, another Frenchman named Jacques Lacan, would give a different spin to it. He would say, "I think where I am not. Therefore I am where I do not think." That sentence is complicated, and what does it mean? And how does it tie up with Dog's book? What he meant by that sentence, among other interpretations, is this. He was referring to the unconscious patterns which compel us to behave in certain ways, repeat certain actions which we do not fully understand. And what he's saying that, unfortunately, these patterns that we repeat are not those of joy, but mainly they are those of grief, of sadness, and Doc is doing just that for you. He is actually helping you unravel those unconscious patterns, and he's actually offering you solutions. He's telling you how to be able to identify them, how to be able to laugh at them, and make peace with them. I will read from the book at one place when he says, "When I looked more carefully at the occasions when I had experienced betrayal by people close to me, I could see how often I had set myself up. I had taken select events and tweaked them until they fit into my script." So that is, I think, the essence of the book for me. And that is why I think this is a book for everyone. I keep getting these questions from a lot of colleagues, from other people who have just started reading the book. They tell me, is it a parallel to the kind of work that Doc does with patients of substance abuse or with patients of depression? And it is not. It is not, because the unconscious patterns that we repeat are similar to all of us. For some people it could be drugs, for some people it could be sleepless nights, for some people it could be beating up your children. So I think it is a book for all of us, and once you read it, you'll discover a side to yourself that you've not known before. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming out on a Saturday afternoon. And I think it will be an hour really, really well spent. I've known Doc for a while now. And the first time I met Doc, he was this crazy man sitting in this funky room with Pink Floyd playing in the background, chain smoking away. And the first thing I remember seeing was this beautiful poster in the back of this song called Vishwaya, and Kriti Monga right here had actually designed that, and I was like, man, this guy is so cool, because I was really, really impressed by the music playing and as well as the poster over there. I thought it was incredible. And the more I started talking to Doc, I thought he was this brash man, loud, obnoxious, slightly bordering on irreverent. But I think that the more I started talking to this man, and I started realizing that there's absolutely no BS, no jargon, no bullshit, no heavy psychiatric, psychological big words that people keep using. He's just a man who feels just the way that you do, and has had the same experience that you do, and has this deep sense of empathy for people around him, and also not just has a deep sense of empathy, but also has, through his own journey, been able to figure out the route to happiness, in a sense. And I mean, this man is just, he wears his heart on his sleeve, he's smiling 1 minute, he's crying as a baby the next minute, and I think that he's really living life unafraid. And with social, we get a chance to work a lot with millennials. They are our customers. They help us develop the product. They work with me in the office. They're very inspired. But at the same time, there's also a kind of restlessness or a sense of sadness that I sense coming from them. And I think that it is in part contributed to this kind of life fully exposed on social media where you just have to have a perfect life. I think I read an article just 2 days ago about how Instagram was making people depressed. Because everybody seemed to have this perfect life, this awesome, they were doing all these fantastic things, they had all these awesome friends, they had all this awesome fashion sense, and sometimes even I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I really need to get a stylist or something, or I need to get a better haircut, or I need to get better clothes, or I need to get a better watch, or I need to go on holidays because it was just, like, everybody seems to be having the life of my dreams actually. So, and just to see, this kind of deep-rooted anxiety of FOMO, which is fear of missing out, LOMO, which is you live only once. Maybe I'm getting them wrong, but
I'm going to introduce my Manisha to you. The way I know Manisha, she is the most beautiful human being that I have experienced in my entire life. She's a child. I think we should call her Manisha child. No, really. And for anybody who can experience, I don't know this star, I don't know that star, I know this friend, I know this person who is very, very good. And I think it couldn't have been a better person to launch my book other than this human being who's sitting on my left looking so hot. Yeah. So before she speaks, I would like her to actually unveil the book.
बिचारा